Hey, good evening. This is your boy, DJ Tan, right here on Tanner Tunes. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitter. You can catch me on YouTube, Instagram, and of course, urbansoul.ning.com. I'm going to go in tonight on Kanye West and his whole Oval Office debacle. I have a few things that I want to talk about in terms of Kanye West. I kind of think that Kanye West has a mental disorder, but I want to go into it talking about how he dominated a 20-minute conversation, at the White House on last Thursday. And it was so bizarre. Man, that was the bizarrest thing I'd ever seen in my life. How he proclaimed his love for Trump. For the Trump. He proclaimed that I love this man and I just love him. And had on that "Make America Great Again" cap and told saying it made him feel like Superman. And I was like, what in the holy Jesus is really going on with this fool? That man sat across from Trump's front desk with that retired football player Jim Brown. Jim Brown was looking like, what in the hell have y'all got me into? Poor Jim Brown was sitting there like, Lord help us. To discuss, he came to discuss so many topics, including criminal justice reform. But the rapper, Kanye could not help but voice his support for Orange Man. He howling about, this is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest. He fly the flyest planes, the best factories, and we have to make our core be empowered. What the hell is you talking about? He coming there with that "Make America Great Again" hat on, and then he said, well, if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. And then Kanye said he feels rejuvenated whenever he puts his president's signature cap on. He said, when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman, my favorite superhero. You made a Superman cape for me. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, what in the hell is wrong with this man? Like, this is the most embarrassing shit that I've ever seen in my life. Because first of all, you a brother. And having the most eloquent, well put together black man leave office, to see this mentally unstable, it was just like, all I needed was some popcorn. And if you guys pay attention, if you paid attention and you took a good look, even Orange Man was looking like, what in the hell is going on here? Even he had nothing to say. Then he goes on to say, he can speak for me anytime he wants. Trump, that's what Trump said. He can speak for me anytime he wants. He's been there. Good guy. He's a good guy. He's a smart cookie. He's smart. He gets it. He gets it. These two guys, Jim Brown, he's been doing this for a long time. What the hell has he been doing? I wanted somebody to say so bad, what has Jim Brown been doing for a long time? What has he been doing? Then they surrounded by all these cameras and microphones, then, Kanye pulls out his iPhone and unlocked it, and he goes to show the world, his strikingly basic passcode, and showed Trump concepts for a new Air Force One. Then the president could only sit and listen, and then Kanye dropped the F-bomb in front of all the reporters in all of America. He goes, we may not have expected to have a crazy motherfucker like myself in the Oval Office. What? And that might be the last time you're in the Oval Office. And then after the meeting, he jumped up and he hugged Orange Man. And he jump up and then he hugs Ivanka Trump. Ivanka looking like, oh Jesus. He had a very shaky relationship with the past presidents. That's all I got to say. Because, back in 2005, he said during a live Hurricane Katrina telethon that George Bush doesn't care about black people. I know y'all remember that. He said, and in 2009, that President Obama called West a jackass following the rappers upstaging of Taylor Swift during that year's MTV's Music Awards. I know y'all remember that. It's been one thing after another, one thing after another. The one thing that I do know is that I believe with all my heart and soul that this man has a mental problem. And I think that if we don't address this mental issue that this man has, that y'all going to find this man dead somewhere. That man is mentally ill. There's no other way to look at this 41-year-old rapper who sits up on national TV and calls himself a crazy motherfucker. There's no other way to look at how he acted and reacted in that Oval Office. There's no other way to look at those wide, dear eyes that were just totally blank. That was like an assault on the White House, it seemed like. That man is not well. And instead of people sitting around laughing at him and his wife and their family making money off of his demise, I think that somebody needs to, and I don't even know if this man has family. I don't know if I see none of his family. Does he even have family? Somebody who cares about him, because it's clear that none of the Kardashians give zero fucks about this man, because all they do is entertain his foolishness. Somebody out there has to care enough about Kanye West to stop that man dead in his tracks and get him the help that he needs. Because he's not an imbecile. And the one thing that I do know is that highly intelligent people are the ones that end up crazy. I know y'all gonna fight me on this one because well, I'm highly intelligent, I'm not crazy. Well, you're not highly intelligent. Then I'm talking about those super mega intelligent people. That man needs some help. I believe that he's off his meds. I believe that he needs to be somewhere where he can be monitored, where he can be talked down off that fucking ledge that he's on. I see people saying, Kanye's a clown, Kanye's a Sambo. Kanye is none of the above. He's none of the above. What Kanye is lost. He's lost in a world that does not recognize black men and women who suffer from mental illness. And I say that to you because we are living in a world now where mental illness in the African American community is running rampant. You all thinking that these fools that's running around here, and I say fools because I can, you don't like it, too bad, turn the damn station. These fools running around here talking to themselves on the street corner, sitting around on the street corner begging for a cigarette, begging for $1, begging for, I haven't eaten in 3 days. And you're not going to eat in 3 days with my dollar, because you're going to take that dollar I give you and you're going to go buy you a little piece of crack or whatever. I already know the game. I'm not going to help you kill yourself. It's sad. I know this young boy that was shot dead by the police, and he had a mental illness. And all the police had to do was, quote unquote, talk him off of the ledge. And when I say talk you off of the ledge, it does not mean I'm not saying that you're actually on the damn ledge. I'm saying talk you off of the ledge because all you need to be is talked to. Sometimes a gun does not have to be used. The African American community, the mental facilities are so not there in the black communities. There is a shortage of hospitals and facilities in the United States. Another thing is that there are stigmas in the U.S. among African Americans where parents don't want to have their children tested for mental illness. They don't want to put their children on medication for mental illness. They want to go holler about, I'm going to pray and I'm going to put that holy water. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this. Although I believe in the power of prayer, sometimes God gives you that sixth sense to let you know that you need to take your child to a facility and let the hand that God gave that doctor and the knowledge that God blessed that doctor with to help your child be a better person for tomorrow. I'm just saying. You have so many people that commit suicide because nobody ever knew that they were suffering psychologically. So many people that are walking around our streets in poverty and homelessness because they're suffering from mental illness. And when I look at Kanye, you can see that blank stare in his face. If y'all ever took a good look at some of his pictures, he has that blank look in his eyes, like you cannot see any life in his eyes. And the saddest part about this whole situation is the fact that he is surrounded by people who don't give a fuck. They always talking about this Kardashian curse. Well, there ain't no Kardashian curse. I'm telling y'all that right now. This is what the problem is. I'm going to lay it on the line to y'all. Them Kardashians think they all that in a bag of chips and a bowl of grits. And the black community, the white community, the Indian community, the Asian community, the Afghanistanian community, the Chinese community, the poor community, the gay community, the straight community, the bisexual community, the trans community, every community you could think of entertains their bullshit. But really all that happened is this. When that daddy died, that mama went in and pimped her children. She took that sex tape from Kim Kardashian and pimped the shit out that sex tape. If y'all remember, Kim Kardashian was a fucking nobody until she was on that sex tape with Ray J. And that's when the whole thing blew up. The whole entire thing blew up. Now, if y'all want to get down to the nitty gritty, let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Not to mention, Chloe ain't even white. So let's don't even get on that. Because that's O.J. Simpson's daughter. Now let's just call a spade a spade. Ain't no way you can have a black ass baby like hers and that baby don't have no white in it. I'm just sorry. See, y'all don't know how to speak the truth, but I know how to speak the truth, and I don't care who don't like it, because y'all don't pay my bills. I pay my bills. But back to what I'm talking about here. There is absolutely the only problem that man has is that he's crazy as hell because he's not on medication. And when you're not on medication, you are crazy. When you're not on medication, you don't know any other way to be. And it runs rampant in the African American community. Because as African Americans, we don't say, oh, my child got bipolar disorder, or my child has clinical depression. Because black folks don't want to say those words. Ain't nothing wrong with my child. There is nothing wrong with my child. There's nothing wrong with my child that an ass whooping won't fix. See, let me tell you something. We have a mistrust of health professionals based on part of historically higher than average institutionalization of African Americans with mental illnesses and previous mistreatments. So that's understandable. Let's just think about the Tuskegee syphilis study. So, you think about it, yeah, we got some mistrust going on. Then, of course, there's cultural barriers between many doctors and their patients. Some doctors don't understand what black folks go through. So it's not as simple as, let me give you this pill. Give me a pill for what? And what it's going to do? Oh, it's going to make my brain foggy? Oh, hell no. In which we don't realize our brain already fogged up. Then we have the fact that we think that we have a reliance on family and religious community rather than mental health professionals during times of emotional distress, which we really don't. Because you go to the church, they're going to lay you on the altar. We're going to lay you on the altar, and we're going to put our hands on, we're going to lay hands on you. And we're going to get that holy water, we're going to throw it all over you, and we're going to lay hands on you straight when you walk up out that daddy. And then when you walk up out of there, then you walk up out of there, and then you jump off the building tomorrow. We need people like myself to speak truth. We need to understand that there are socioeconomic factors which can limit access to medical and mental health care. A lot of people don't even have insurance. So it stops you from walking into a hospital that can help you. Because the first thing they say is, I need your ID and your insurance card, please. Well, I don't have insurance. Well, you're going to have to go over to the government hospital because, well, they don't have health care, so they don't have mental health services. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but we don't take, that's going to be $5,000 down and $500 a month. So therefore, what do you have? You have mentally unstable people walking down the street talking to themselves. So when the police officers say stop, freeze, you have mentally challenged people talking to themselves. Well, hell, they can't hear you say stop, freeze because all the noise is in their head. They don't know whether it's you talking to them or Fred or James in their head. I'm just talking about what's real, man. It's too much. There's so much misunderstanding going on, but you got people like Orange Man, the so-called president, taking advantage of people like that. That man know that man's crazy as hell, and he don't have the good damn common sense and people around him to help him with his struggle. So what do? He going there, yes, he's a good guy. He's just one of the greatest guys I know. I can't deal with the fact that we have a talk show host running the country and a first lady who don't even speak English really good. I would never come to terms with the fact that there were black people that actually helped and aided put this thing in office. I would never come to terms with the fact that someone is in office who had skinheads and the KKK supporting him. I will never come to terms with somebody who had Russians interfere with the elections to keep Clinton from being the first female elected in office. I will never come to terms with a country who put one of the highest men of honor in prison for something that they just voted. So Kavanaugh gets a pass because he's fucking white. and Bill Cosby goes to jail. So Orange Man stays president, but Bill Cosby goes to jail. Do y'all see where the distrust for white people and why people are shaking their heads at Kanye West? Do you understand where the conflict comes in here at? And why some people do tend to call him a Sambo? You know, I am all for what's right, and I am all for what is wrong. And if you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. But you can't take one person who does the same thing somebody else does, and you're going to throw them behind the jail. Not in the jail, you're going to throw them behind the jail. But the same shit that somebody else did. Oh, well, you know what? We're going to just, that was so long ago. Wait, hold up. About the same amount of years that the same shit happened to Bill Cosby? Is that what we talking about so long ago? But y'all gonna get this man 3 to 10? This decorated actor, comedian, this person who has helped every black community activist, this person who has given so many millions of dollars to the community, this person who has helped. I cannot believe this bullshit here. But y'all believe this heifer who said, oh, well, I was a virgin in the penthouse. Well, hell, what was you doing in the penthouse then if you was a virgin? You know, see, I got too many problems with this whole situation. But you see what? Let me tell you something. This is called Rant Saturday. You know, and I'm ranting about a lot of different things because you know why? Things that need to be said are never said on radio stations because people are so hell bent on, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that on my station because, you know, people are not going to like me. I don't give a fuck if nobody like me or not. It don't matter to me, not one bit. Because I keep my lights on. I keep my lights on. And when you keep your own lights on, you don't have to worry about nobody else paying your bills. So you can say what you want to say. That's how that goes. But in terms of Kanye West, somebody needs to figure out how to get him away from them ratchet ass family of his, the Kardashians, and find his real family so they can help him out of this crisis that he's in. And if anybody can help him out of that crisis, give him this phone number, 1-800-273-TALK. That's the Mental Health of America Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-TALK. If you really can get in touch with him, just text MHA to 741. If anybody out there knows his wife's phone number, just text MHA to 741. Let her do something positive. And while he's in Chicago, have her try to find some help for that man. Because not only do she have 3 kids that she needs to raise with this man, she might want to know that she got a black boy that has to be raised up in this world. That's not going to give a damn if he's half Czechoslovakian or whatever the hell he is. He's going to be known in America as a black man. And he's going to be known as in America as Kanye West, crazy ass Kanye West's son. So that's what she has coming up in this world. Anyway, this is your boy, DJ Tan, right here on Tanner Tudes. I'll see you again. Yeah. Peace.